Hi everybody, it's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie, and we're here today to do a plan with me and set up in our new Recollections planner. So this is the first week in the month, and we are actually going to be moving out of the Color Crush from last month, which I absolutely love, into the Recollections planner, and then I'm going to set up the weekly for you. So before we get started, I always like to ask that you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so you don't forget, and then also leave a comment below. I would love to know what planner you're using this month, one that's your favorite. And so if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of these great videos. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And so I have to say that I really loved working in the Color Crush. This was my first Color Crush, and I'm still going to keep all my dividers and everything because I'll definitely be using them over again. But we have a whole new setup, and you can view the setup video. I'll have a link above so that you can watch that. And also it's in the playlist for the Recollections as well. So the first thing that we're going to do, and I always like to go from the front to the back, we're just going to move things out of here into this one. So this video may be a little longer than the normal weekly video. So the first thing I'm going to do is just look through here. There's nothing that I'm moving from here except for this pen, which is actually a stylus. And just a tip for you guys, they sell these at the dollar store, and I only really use this for the stylus part for when you have to sign things now instead of using your finger, because I just think that's kind of yucky, so I don't like to do that. So I'm going to move that into the new planner also. So the first thing we're going to move is, we're not going to move any of our weeklies, and let's see here. We are not moving the calendar, but we do have a new calendar, and I've already printed that out, so let me get that. So this is the calendar that I use, and this is my digital calendar right out of Google Calendar. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut this down and get it ready to put into the planner. Okay, so we have our digital calendar in here, and you see I just simply folded it so I can fold it out and take a peek at it. So I didn't have to print it super small. So the next thing we have here is, actually let me put this behind the dashboard that I made here. So I have a dashboard and I have a little routine card there, or checklist. And so the next divider that I have is going to be for future events. And I decided to put this in here because I don't keep like a whole year's worth of information in here. But sometimes I need to remember things that are going to be in the future. So maybe I might go to a meeting and I need to know when the next meeting is, and it's not within this week. So I'll just put it in the future events. So I didn't make like an insert for this, not yet. Because I don't have a feel of how it's going to work. So what I'm going to do is just put some note pages here in the front. So I just did the same thing that I did in the back with my notes, and I just took a notepad, I cut it down, I put some holes in it, and I'm just going to use this for now for any future notes that I may have. So I'll just stick that in there, and then that section is ready to go as well. Now this is new, the future notes, and I actually kind of hand wrote my label out because I didn't have it with the other labels. I didn't have it prepared ahead of time, so which is okay for me. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're on to our store list here, and right now I just have some blank store lists in here, and these are available over at Liz for a Day. So if you go to Liz for a Day, you can pick these up, and they came out just amazing. And so I actually put in some specific stores tracking lists, and also some general ones as well. So you can take a peek at that over at Liz for a Day. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to transfer some of my information over here to these particular store notes. Okay, so I transferred everything over, and of course these are going to get retired, even though I had like nice little washi on them and everything. And I may go back and put washi on here also, but it's not a deal breaker. I also had in the front of my old one, I had like store tracking, stores that I'm tracking, but I think I'm going to leave that out also as well. So then the next thing that we want to do, and let me grab this. So that's our store list, is we are going to go to Mom's Projects, and I'm going to transcribe some information for Mom's Projects also. And I just had it on a note list because I haven't made an insert for it yet. And so again, I'm just going to take a notepad here, the cutoff notepad, and I just put the holes in here, and I'm going to put that into where my Mom's Projects is, and I'm going to just transcribe some of the information over from the old planner to the new one. Okay, so that's done, and so now we're going to keep it moving to the routines. Now in the routines, we don't have anything that we're going to move, but let's just check to make sure there's no notes here. So I did have a note in this one where it said to add future events, but we added a whole section for that. And I don't need to move any of these cards over because I've actually made new cards that kind of fit within this theme. So if you want to see how I made these cards, you can go over to Liz for a Day and sign up in Planner 101 to see how these cards were made. So I'll be posting videos for that soon. And then we're going to go to our to-do list here. So let's go to to-dos and right past here. And I don't have any notes I need to transfer. I don't need to transfer the cards over. And I will be taking our little dividers out here because we don't need those in the old one. And I'm just going to keep these the same as they are because I really like them. And, you know, I may make some more down the line. And I already put some notepads in here. I just, not notepads, but pieces of notes or note pages in here for this particular planner. And I don't think I'm going to move any of this stuff over. And I will transcribe some of this a little bit later because I really need to just go through this and just get rid of some of that junk. And then that is pretty much it. We'll take this one also. Just grab this out of here, and I'm going to close this one up because we don't really need that one anymore. So I'm going to take the pages out of here. Let me just stick this in the front for now. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the week. Okay, you all. So that was pretty much it. And you can see I decided to try to use some stamps this time. Now, stamping is very new to me, and I got like this jar of stamps, which you'll see me do kind of a review on the stamping. And the stamps, they are a bit big, as you can see, but I decided to try it on here anyway. And even though, the colors are a little off because I don't really make a kit for these, I just kind of use what I have left over when it comes to the stickers. And even though they're big, it's like everything is consistent, so it still looks pretty good. I have to say, I like it actually, even though the stamps were like humongous for this layout. So if you all enjoyed this video, like I enjoyed stamping because I really did, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel out immensely. And also leave a comment. I like to know what you think about these big humongous stamps on this little bitty layout. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this back in. And while I'm doing that, if you haven't subscribed already, you can also subscribe to the channel by just hitting the subscribe button below, and make sure that you become part of the notification squad by also clicking that bell so that you'll be notified when more videos like this come out. So this came out really nicely, and I'm going to put this right where the calendar is so I can make sure that I go to it. And it fits within the color scheme for this week as well. So that's very pretty, isn't it? It looks very good in here. So I have my paper clips here up at the front that I can use, and I have my dashboard that I can stick things on if I needed to. I now have my calendar ready for the week. And I've got my digital calendar in here as well. And I have pages for the future events. And also, I now have some store lists that you can get your hands on now if you go over to Liz for a day. And then also we have our mom's projects are in here also. I transcribed everything so it's nice and neat now. And then we have our routine cards, and we have some pages for our to-dos along with some checklists, some daily checklists that I use. And I have a few of these little bookmarks that I made as well. So I hope again you enjoyed this. So with that, I'm just going to say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life.